Hey bakers, it's me Haley, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make Thanksgiving tortellini salad. All you're going to need is tortellini, Italian dressing, a cutting board, a sharp knife, pepperonis, Parmesan shredded cheese, and string cheese. So step one is you're going to want to wash your hands, which is what I'm going to do right now. So we're going to have to put the tortellini in a second. The first step is after washing your hands, is you're going to want to cut up your pepperoni and your string cheese while you wait for your tortellini water to boil. So I'm just going to open these pepperonis, and you're going to want to cut up this whole bag if you're using one of the family-sized tortellini bags. And this is how I cut them up. I got this recipe from my grandma Lori, so shout out to her for teaching me how to make this salad. But you're going to want to get a stack of pepperonis, but you're going to want to make sure that they're all pretty even, because you don't want them to be all wonky and not cut. You don't need them all to be cut the exact way, but you're going to want to cut them in half. And then you're going to want to cut them in half one more time to make, so you're going to want 4 triangles out of every pepperoni. I haven't cut up all my pepperonis yet, but my water is starting to come to a boil. So I'm going to quick get this tortellini open so that I can pour it in, but it's not wanting to open. Cut the bag open kind of weird because I'm going to use this whole bag of tortellini anyways, and if you don't know what tortellini is, it is noodles that have cheese in the inside. They are really good. I'm gonna set this to the side and keep cutting my pepperonis. Another thing that you could do if you wanted, instead of getting full-size pepperonis and cutting them, you could buy the mini pepperonis and put them in as well, but we just got the big size pepperonis and cut them up. Setting change because my tortellini is now ready to go into the pan. The water is now starting to boil. So this part you need to be extra careful with because the water can come back up and splash you, and it is very hot water. So be careful with that step. Tortellini that I got is called 3-minute tortellini. So after it goes back to a boil, it's only supposed to take about 3 minutes. So this salad is a very easy salad to make. And it's stuff that some people may just already have in their house and don't know what to do with. And you can add anything else that you would like to this salad. Like, I want to try adding black olives to the salad, and I think it would be good, but I'm not going to do black olives today. I'll do that around Christmas time to try and make for Christmas. I just cut up the whole bag of pepperonis, and that's what it should look like. And now I'm going to cut up this string cheese. This is the shapes that you're going to want to slice your string cheese into. And I'm just putting them into the Tupperware container with the pepperonis. I just added my Parmesan cheese, and I added the whole bag of Parmesan cheese. So now I'm just going to wait for the tortellini to get done cooking, and then I will put it in here and show you what to do with it when it's done. Tortellini just finished, so I'm going to grab it and then pour it into this strainer and run cold water over it for about 5 minutes. Again, this part you're going to want to be very, very careful because the water does splash a little bit, so it might come up and hit you. So there's a lot of steam now, so that means we're going to have to add lots of cold water. So we're going to put the water on as cold as it can go and just kind of run it over for about 5 or so minutes. until it is cool, because you don't want to add it to the plastic bin, because then it could, if it's too hot, it could melt it and melt the cheese with it. And that's about how much tortellini you will get. It's about, this strainer's about like halfway full. Now I'm going to move everything out of the way because I will have to bring the strainer over here and pour it in there. But while I wait for that, I'm going to quick open my Italian dressing, and you're not even going to need this top because you're going to want to add a whole bottle of Italian dressing. And though that might seem like a lot, it will soak up into the noodles or the tortellini noodle stuff, as well as sometimes it can soak up into the pepperonis and sometimes even the cheese. But before you open it, you're going to want to make sure you give it one last good shake, because it is oil, so it separates very easily. Alrighty, bakers, so now we're going to move everything out of the way except our container, because we're going to now pour our tortellini into the Tupperware container. But you just want to make sure that it's not dripping and that it doesn't have a whole lot of water in it. So you don't want a lot of water to be dripping in it. Cool? Yes. Because you want to make sure that it's cool. So like I said earlier, that it doesn't melt the cheese, because it could melt the cheese. So now we're going to pour just a little bit of this in at a time, because you're going to have to stir. Then everything gets mixed nice and good. So you don't want all of the pepperonis and cheese to be on the bottom. We're going to add more Italian dressing. And it will seem like a lot when you add the whole bottle, but like I said, it will get soaked up. Mom, say hi.
Hi.
And now we're just going to add the rest of the bottle in. And just kind of stir it in throughout the whole entire bowl. And that's it. That's how you make tortellini Thanksgiving salad. Hope you enjoy. Remember, you don't want your salads to be dry. Stay saucy, my friends.